What is happening right now in Iran is directly affecting your mortgage rate. There's one number in this report that most agents aren't even looking at, and it tells me spring 2026 is going to be bigger than anything we've seen. Pending sales are not a lagging indicator, they are a leading indicator. Spring 2026 is not coming, it is here, and the pipeline is bigger than last year. Most real estate markets across the country now are either flat or down. Kansas City is one of the few metros where home prices and sales volume are both up. And I'm going to show you exactly what the February 2026 MLS numbers say about what's coming this spring. There's one number in this report that most agents aren't even looking at, and it tells me spring 2026 is going to be bigger than anything we've seen. Stick around. I'm Joe Nelson, 21-year Air Force veteran, licensed real estate agent, and licensed mortgage originator right here in the Kansas City area. Every month I pull the real Heartland MLS numbers, not Zillow, not national headlines, so you know exactly what's happening in your market. So let's get into it. Here's what Heartland MLS just reported for February 2026. 2,354 homes closed in Kansas City last month. That is a 12.3% increase over February of last year. Let me put that in context. While headlines across the country are talking about a slowdown, Kansas City just posted a 12% jump in closed sales. The average sales price hit $807,000. Up 6% year over year. The median sales price is $315,000, up 3.8%. Homes are selling in 57 days on average, and inventory sits at 6,808 homes, 2.2 months of supply. Sellers are still receiving about 96.3% of their original asking price. This is not a market that is cooling, and I haven't told you the most important number yet. I'm going to save that for the end of this video. If you've been wondering what your home could realistically sell for right now, not a Zillow estimate, but an actual market-based picture, reach out. I'll give you a real picture of what your home is worth in today's market. I want to tell you about one of my clients. In 2017, she bought a small bungalow in North Kansas City for $87,000. At the time, that was a stretch for her, but she bought it. Fast forward today, and she has approximately $130,000 in equity sitting in that house. She's a single mom. She has a toddler and a dog, and she's completely outgrown that little bungalow. So then one block away, a home comes on the market, twice the size, basement, fully remodeled, low 300s. This was her house. The problem was she was a contingent buyer. She had to sell her home to buy the new one. She put in the offer. Another buyer did beat her out at first and she didn't get it, but here's what happened next. We made such an impression on that seller that when their first buyer canceled, they called us. She listed her home the very next day. 4 days later, she was under contract at full list price. She's now buying her dream home, one block away from where she started. That is what getting in looks like. If you're in a situation like hers, you need to sell before you buy. Don't assume you're stuck. There is a strategy. Reach out and let's map it out. Let's talk about mortgage rates. Rates had dipped down into the high 5 and low 6s, 1 full percent lower than a year ago. But here's something a lot of people aren't connecting. What is happening right now in Iran is directly affecting your mortgage rate. Oil prices have spiked over 7% since the conflict escalated. When oil prices spike, inflation fears rise. When inflation fears rise, the 10-year Treasury yield climbs. It went from 3.96% to over 4.16% in a matter of days. And mortgage rates follow the 10-year Treasury. So here's the honest picture. Rates are not going to 4% and they're not going to 8% either though. Right now, however, rates are sitting in about the mid-6s. The question is, do you want to buy today or buy at a similar rate in a year after prices have climbed another 4 to 6%? I'm not just a real estate agent, I'm also a licensed mortgage person, so I can actually run your numbers, tell you what today's rate means for you and for your monthly payment and what waiting a year could actually cost you. Reach out and let's run the math together. So what does all of this mean for you? If you're a seller, prices are up 6% year over year. Sales volume is up 12%. You're not sitting in a national market right now. You're sitting in one of the strongest local markets in the country. If you're a buyer, I know rates feel like a roadblock, but here's the math that matters. Every month you wait in a market appreciating at 6% annually is a month you're paying more for the same house. My client didn't wait for perfect. She bought when it was a stretch, and that decision has funded her dream home. Don't wait for perfect. Get in. Okay, I promised you the one number most agents are not looking at, and here it is. In February 2026, Kansas City had 2,823 pending sales. That's up 7.6% over last year. Year-to-date, pending sales are up 12.7%. Pending sales are not a lagging indicator, they are a leading indicator. Every single one of those pending sales is a buyer who already made their decision. They are already in contract. Spring 2026 is not coming, it is here, and the pipeline is bigger than last year. If you're waiting to see what spring looks like before you make your move, you are already behind the buyers who are already under contract. I pull these numbers every single month directly from the MLS. If you want to get this data straight to your inbox, the link to my free February 2026 KC Market Report is in the description below. My contact info is on the screen or in the description as well, so you can text me, email me, or book a free call right through the link below the video. However is easiest for you, I'll show up.